Hello, everybody. We're going to look at the mid-unit from the first mid-unit for unit 5. And we're looking at proportionality. So this first page here is just all the stuff you have to do to get to the test. All right. So when it says number 5, we're looking at number 1 from your mid-unit. It says Tyson pays a total of $45 for every 2 whole turkeys he buys at the local Turkeys RS restaurant. Which graph models a relationship with the same unit rate? So right here, I'm looking for when we have 2 turkeys, and I should be looking for $45. And as you can see, the only one we have here is B, 2 turkeys, $45. The rest of them ended up somewhere else other than 45. The second one, which graph appears to show a proportional relationship between X and Y? Remember, you need to, so let's look and see what we have on our graphs here. So I've identified the origin on all of them, and we're looking for a graph where the line is going to go through the origin. And the only one we have here is C. C is the only one that goes to the origin. So we have a proportional relationship. Number 3, a tree in Miss Calderon's neighborhood grew 18 inches in the first year after it was planted. If the tree continues to grow at the same rate, which graph best represents the growth rate of the tree in inches per year? So at 1 year, we should be looking for 18 inches. So 1 year is 9, 1 year is 18, 1 year, we don't even have 1 year, it just only grows at 2 years. 1 year is 36. So D was the correct answer. Number 8, Mrs. Garth can ride her bike 3 miles in 15 minutes. Which graph has a slope that best represents the number of miles per minute Mrs. Garth can ride? And so again, we're looking at 3 miles, 15 minutes. 3 miles, 15 minutes, but our line is only at about 1.5 miles. And then I have 3 miles in 15 minutes, so that was B. 3 miles does not, 3 miles is over here. And then right here, 3 miles, yep, that's not gonna work there either. So you should have chosen B, 3 miles, 15 minutes. The value of y varies directly with x. When y equals 12, x equals 40. So that's what I have here. Remember, k equals y over x. So I've done my y over x right here. What is the value of y when x is 90? So y over x. And these are going to be proportional. So I should have 12 over 40 is equal to some value y over 90. And so what I did here was I cross multiplied. And I did 12 times 90, which was 1080. And then I did 40 times y, which is 40y. And then I solved for y, or isolated my variable by dividing by 40 on both sides. And I got y equals 27. So you should have answered 27 for number 9, which I believe is 4. All right, number 5 or 10, I think is what it is. Chris sells apples in bags of half dozen apples. So again, we have half a dozen, which is 6, for $5.25. If the cost varies directly to the number of, and that should have been apples, which packaging and price is equivalent to Chris's pricing. So again, I set up a proportion, and what I'm looking for is these, when I'm doing my y over x, I need to end up with the same value. And the easiest way to do that is to divide and see which decimal is the same. And you're going to find out the only one that is the same is this 20 divided by 17.5. Those are equivalent. All right. On a map scale, 2 inches represents 125 miles. Which graph represents the relationship between x, the number of inches on a map, and y, the actual distance in miles? And so again, I'm looking for 2 inches on my x-axis that is equivalent to, at the same place, that 125 125 miles is. So right here, one of the issues here was it's proportional. It needed to go through, our direct variation is going to go through the origin, and that does not. Again, this one doesn't, but it also didn't line up with the right 2 and 125. 2 and not 125. Here it goes to the origin, and it's at 2 inches and 125 miles. So you should have chosen an A on that. And this last one, you were just to tell me how confident you were, and hopefully you got some 10s on here. So I hope you did well. Make sure you answer the questions that I put in here.